Hello, and welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much. Always wonderful to be here. It is a new day for the podcast, but we are the same people.
We're always constantly regenerating ourselves, so we're technically slightly different.
Doesn't it take like 7 years to do that?
Well, it's 7 years for everything, but every little bit's
Yeah.
doing a little bit at a time, right?
So, I mean, we're like, what, 50% the same people we were when we started?
Well, no, because the podcast has been going for 5 years. We're almost brand new people. We're like 75% of the way there.
Closer to 75%. Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not to mention we learn and grow as we talk and discuss things, Falcon. Don't dismiss the value of intellectual novelty and experiences.
That is true. As we acquire new information and have new experiences, we change as people too. Yes. Very wise. You're very wise today, I'm noticing.
Yeah, well, my beard's
experiences
just getting long enough that I can almost stroke it. So,
yeah. No, that's what it is. That's absolutely what it is. Everyone wise has a beard you can stroke. I think that's just well-known fact. Yeah.
It's hot fact, fun fact, good fact. Yep.
Yeah, good fact. Great fact.
Alternative fact. Golden fact.
Rock fact. Wait.
Do you know any rock facts?
Igneous rocks come from volcanoes.
Cool.
That's their classification. I think I remember, I learned that in like 4th grade, and that's really stuck with me for some reason. I don't know why. Of all the rock facts I've ever picked up, that's the one that's like, yes, this is the most important. The closest volcano to you is, well, I guess there's one up in Wyoming. But anyway, yeah. Volcanic rocks, igneous. There you go.
Fair enough. That's a good rock fact. Yeah. I don't think I have any rock facts.
You don't have any rock facts for us?
No. Nope. Not a single one.
Not even like about a specific rock?
Oh, okay. The Dark Angels chapter in 40k of Space Marines, their like monastery fortress ship is called the Rock.
It's a good one.
Yep.
Rock facts. Excellent. we got there. It took us a second. We figured it out.
Yep. We got there.
Wonderful. Well, GSL is going to start in like, I don't know.
5 hours.
Doing maths here. 5 or 6 hours. Yeah.
8 hours, 17 minutes, 35 seconds as this is being broadcast. So we have nothing to talk about. Nightmare is yet to beat Mara 2-0, as you predicted. I think that's what happened last week.
Right.
Yep. But on that, still nothing. Whole lot of nothing.
I'm trying to decide if I want to stay up for that.
No.
Because I don't know, man. Just watch the VODs is what you're saying?
Get up early. I think that's the way to go.
So get up early and watch the VODs, or get up early and watch it live?
Get up early and watch the VODs. If you're going to get up early to watch it, do it live. Don't get up early and watch the VODs. Get up whenever you want then. Do that.
How good have they been at putting the VODs on YouTube?
I mean, they're broadcast on YouTube, so they're like kind of like your live stream. Once they're done, they're there.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's like that for a little while with GSL, and then they'll take the main one down and like cut it into its individual games.
Right.
So, if you get in quick, you can get the whole thing and fast forward through the ads and the player interviews that you will hate.
Player interviews.
Come on. Player interviews at Cato were worth it. 100% worth it.
So how do you feel after winning that game? Oh, I feel great. That was wonderful. I feel so cool. How do you feel after losing that? Oh, man, I feel like I could have won if I'd done something differently.
No.
Life-changing interviews, man.
Nope. Go and watch the Oliveira interview. Worth it.
Okay, once in a while, there's an interview that is the exception that proves the rule and is amazing. But every other interview is
right. Well, yeah. I feel the same way about most sports. It's like, okay, that play was great, but I'm not going to watch a 3-hour football game or several 3-hour football games to be like, wow, that was a great kick,
Right. So I'm glad we agree. We understand each other.
You need to have them. You need to watch all of them to make sure you get the good ones. That's all.
Somicron, sports watcher.
Oh, yeah, I watch all the sports.
Turning over a new leaf now. If you just started watching sports, you think your roommates would be like, what happened to you?
No, I don't think they'd know, because I don't watch sports. Well, I don't watch anything while they're, like, around, So
that's a problem.
I could get away with it. I bet I could become a huge, like, baseball fan, and they wouldn't even know for years.
Like, one day you just, like, start going off about the playoffs, and
what's been tempted is secretly something like Falcon injuries, scores, like always. It seems like a lot of work, which is why I don't.
Like, what? Because I do have not care.
Well, what
about if you have to play a series that like should be these heavyweight going against each other, but missing their best dude, and so it's just this ruffle stomp, and it's like, like before GSL or something,
right? But then had to go to military and can't, stuff like that. All things happen.
Training. It's like 6 series I'm looking forward to. Boring now, so called load management, where there's 82 games in a season, but they're playing 82 games. They're putting 2 so a lot of players will just play like 50 games instead. Stuff you can try to prevent, but it is what it is. Basketball puts strain on your body sometimes.
My God, the Lakers have 3 players out.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Players.
Yeah, and then our other team, like the Clippers in Los Angeles, are missing their top 2 players, like not just bench guys. Well, the start of the play right now is over. So, but I mean, think about people start please be healthy. Please wrap yourself up wrap when you're not on the court.
He's got a concussion. Cool.
Oh.
Who knows? Our players are
why
they're important.
Yeah, Kawhi is like top in the entire be really good.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, those 2 guys together, they win, but on the court, it's hard to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, crazy story with Kawhi's sister that I didn't know about until like 2 days ago, I guess.
Okay. So
his sister, with an accomplice, went and robbed an old lady. Is going to prison for the rest of her life. She was just sentenced the other day, and it's like, holy crap.
Yep.
Like, even if he wasn't injured and he wasn't playing right now, I'd be like, yeah, I get it. This is probably basketball is probably not on his mind at the moment. Probably has some other things going on for sure.
Oh, I mean, she did this like 2 years ago, you said? And just getting around?
2019. She did it. And then there's been the whole trial and appeals and whatever.
Right, but I'm just saying, he's had time to emotionally go through this. He should keep his mind on the game.
Yeah, maybe.
How dare he have concern for his fans or his family?
His fans.
She's probably a fan.
Are his family.
You know what I mean?
Know. Yeah, I just have these questions like, your brother's worth $250 million and you're out robbing old ladies at a casino. Is it mental illness, or did he cut you off because you're a crazy person? Like, did you not want to give up your life of crime when your brother got all this success? Like,
she might have just been bored.
Yeah.
Like that's a thing. That like rich people will play it being poor and like crime and stuff because like got nothing else to do. You know.
Just sit around and watch TikTok all day, or I can go rob old ladies in a casino bathroom.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
Makes me feel alive.
it's not quite the adrenaline fueled crime spree I picture rich people doing. But, you know, I don't know the situation. Maybe he cut her off. Maybe he wasn't giving the money any either. Maybe
Yeah.
I saw a thing which was Shaq was talking about like the first 10 million he made. And he says the contract says 10 million, but after like taxes and all this stuff, you don't actually get it. But you spend it like you have 10 million. And he was talking about the story about how he was at a Rolls Royce dealership or something, or not a dealership. Dealership sounds too pedestrian for Rolls Royce, but someone was like talking to him about these Rolls Royces. He's like looking at three of them, and the guy goes, "You sure you can afford this?" And so Shaq been baited by a master salesman buys all three, just to be like,
Right.
haha. But he doesn't drive any of them. He's just like, haha, I bought three of your cars. Fuck you. I'm like, that's not a good
Right.
story to tell. That's three Rolls Royces you drive. You know?
Like that
Right.
happens a lot.
Right. But what I'm saying is maybe this guy, he's just like, I don't actually have that anymore. Like, I bought a house on that. I'm waiting till my contract I paid it. I gotta make this last through whatever you want. What's in the score? Casinos. In bathrooms.
Yeah. People have money if they're in a casino, probably. Statistically. Yeah. I wonder between robbing someone of their chips in a casino before
Someone finds the
you can't
body.
exchange them, right?
Well, that's the thing. Like, you can leave with
Like, the
chips
chips aren't-
and like
yeah.
a week later. And
These aren't yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably fine. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
probably,
Entirely possible that happened.
yeah. You know. Yep. So that's a thing.
Yeah. Anyway, Kawhi's got a lot going on, and he's getting knocked out of the playoffs here soon. So tough beans for Kawhi Leonard.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what else was going on? Barry is back. Did you watch any Barry?
I did not watch any Barry
Okay,
because
that's fine.
there's a new book coming out, and so I was like, oh, I should reread the trilogy that came out like 10 years ago to catch up on that. So I've been rereading books. Yeah.
Wow, I gotta say, I really don't do that. I will go to Wikipedia and find book summaries of books I've read before. If there's a new one coming out, and be like, oh yeah, that's a major plot point that I totally forgot happened. But I will not reread the whole darn thing. That is commitment.
Really?
Way to go.
Really? I mean, I like the
Yeah,
books.
Yeah, no, I get it. 100%. That's just a lot. Like the Stormlight Archive, the Brandon Sanderson series.
Mhm.
That's, I mean, going to be 10 books, and they're all huge. Yeah, when the book
Right.
came out last year, whenever that was 2 years ago, I didn't go back and reread the first 4 because
No?
I
Well,
did. I definitely did go to Wikipedia and be like, all right, what happened exactly in these first books again?
What was the time frame between the 5th book and the 4th book?
Oh, like 2 years.
Then I probably wouldn't go back and reread it either. Like, I just wouldn't. I'd just pick it up and go, okay, I'm sure it'll fill me in on the relevant details.
Probably.
But like, I think these books came out 10 years ago, so you know.
Okay.
Although we did read them on the podcast like 4 years ago, so you know, maybe I'm just forgetful and I like the book and I wanted to read it again.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, 4 years seems like a while for sure.
Mhm.
10 years. Yeah, I mean, 10 years. Yeah, it's probably long enough that you would have forgotten a lot of the cool stuff in it and been like,
Yeah,
oh, this is great.
2008.
This is a wonderful reading experience I'm having now for this book I haven't read in 15 years. Is that how you feel about it? You're like,
Yeah.
ooh, this is cool.
Yep.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yep, it's good stuff. Okay, so is Barry good? Still going good?
Yeah, no, it certainly is. It's yeah.
How's the hallucinations going?
You know what? They didn't do anything with those this last week's episode.
That means the
I
entire
complained
episode
about
was
it.
hallucination.
I know, maybe, like certainly, maybe. Maybe I complained about it, and the showrunners listened to the podcast, and they're like, "Oh, we got to tone those back. We can't do as many hallucinations." I
Mm.
don't think there was a single one, which is interesting. Now that you bring it up,
No one that you know of. They can apply like
yeah,
a life on Mars and the entire season's a hallucination. Yeah.
exactly. Freaking life on Mars. Boo. I'm
Boo.
so mad at that.
hmm
Yeah, no. So much of episodes 1 and 2 were hallucinations. Maybe Barry pulling it together mentally.
Maybe.
Maybe. That'd be cool.
Mm. No.
Ah.
Mm.
Anyway, it's just, I don't know, it's still as kind of zany and like weird stuff happens, and it's alternately funny and at the same time like kind of tragic what's going on. It just continue to do a good job kind of melding those two feelings together. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Just little 30-minute episodes, which is nice. I feel like a lot of TV these days is like, we have to be an hour. We're not cool unless we're an hour. It's like, well,
Do you
you
though?
can just do it in 25, 30 minutes for like, when I say like prestige TV, right? Like Game of Thrones or Succession or I don't know, like stuff on HBO. But what's interesting is the shorter stuff is usually comedies. Like if it's a half hour, it's usually 30 minutes. Whereas if it's more of a drama, they try to go for closer to 45 to 60, which is
Right.
I don't know when that came. Like, who came up with that idea? And when did it become standardized? You know,
How long was Lost episodes?
Lost for 42 minutes.
Yeah, that's
So traditional network TV drama size.
yeah. That would be my guess. Is somewhere around then, when like just picture whatever the biggest drama at the time was and figure it out. You know.
Not wrong. Yeah,
Yeah.
Lost was humongous. I'm gonna look this up. Why are dramas an hour and comedies are 30 minutes?
I assume comedies are just easy to be short and zippy. To keep it going.
Breezy.
Yeah. That would be my guess.
I hate. Why is the first result Cora? I hate Cora. Like, I'm a random person who has a guess about this thing you're wondering about. Neat. Thanks, Cora.
You don't like it when people respond to a question with being like, "Yeah, I don't know either, man. That's crazy."
Or like, I have no experience in this area, but let me hazard a guess. It's like, wow, thanks for taking the time. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like all this Korra stuff's like, well, it's because people need more time to emotionally connect with the characters if there are deeper and more complex emotions going on. So that's why they're an hour for dramas. And just making somebody laugh, you don't really need the time to develop that. And it's like, I don't know if
I mean, on principle, I kind of agree that a drama to have like proper pacing needs more time. That's just not to say you can't do it in a shorter format. But I think because but I definitely agree that like comedy, you can set up a joke, hit the punchline, carry on to the next 7 in 24 minutes very easily. Like, I think that's way easier for them.
Yeah, and especially sitcoms where the situation itself is inherently funny. You just dump them in a situation,
right?
And you don't have to set it up. You really rarely, if ever, deal with the repercussions of the situation because the whole point is that it's just funny. Maybe that's it. Maybe drama needs more time to set up the things that happen and like deal with the fallout of things that happen.
Because that's like why you're there. It's like you could do comedy like a joke a minute kind of a style, right? But if you were to do a drama in life-shattering event every 30 seconds and characters just don't react or behave or respond to them in any way, it suddenly becomes a comedy.
Yeah, maybe they tried. They're like, no, these dramas can be 20 minutes, and then they did them, and then suddenly it's funny, and they're like, oh no, what have we done?
I thought it was funny. They were in a plane crash. The next day, they were back at school complaining about their bad homework. And he's just like, I don't think you paced that properly. That is my conclusive guess.
I like it. I'm on board.
Mm.
We'll write a book about this. Back in early Hollywood, we can just make stuff up. When I was working as a TV producer in 1953. Yep.
Don't look at my birth certificate.
Well, no, we'll do it like ghostwriting. We'll do it
okay.
under the name. And we'll say it's because we don't want to break any confidentiality agreements that we.
Oh yes. Yeah. We had to change all the names of the people we worked with.
Right.
Yeah.
And if our name was public, it would actually break the agreement too. So.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Of course.
Big brain. You would know. You've written a book.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. I'm sure you'll knock this next one right out.
Yep. Give me a month.
All right, done. Here you go. I can give you all the months you want. Have a month. Why not two?
Got a lot of months.
Well.
Yeah, right?
I got my Titan in the background now. There it is.
You do. What's up, dude?
Yep. I mean, if I roll back on my chair, it might put it closer into perspective. The size.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Good.
Now it looks way bigger than me. But if I'm up here, it's like, oh, it's tiny compared to my head. It's like, no, it's bigger than my head.
Looks pretty good, gotta say.
I'm a big fan.
Very cool. Are you gonna do another one?
No, God no.
This is your lifetime Titan.
This is my life. I mean, look, would I love to have a second one? Sure, but it's a lot of money.
True. But I don't know. There's a lot of years left in your life. Maybe for your midlife crisis. When you turn 40, you can get another Titan.
That's right around the corner.
Yeah. See? Easy.
No,
not feeling it. I'm going to get a Corvette instead.
Well, I don't drive, so that would be equally as useless.
Well, no, it's not about driving it. It's about keeping it in the driveway, and everybody looks and sees how cool you are.
Ah, yes.
I'm pretty sure that's how that works anyway. I've never had a Corvette.
No. Maybe a Corvette would be fun. And just be like, wow, look at that car. Whew. I bet it goes fast.
Super cool guy owns that car.
I feel like you haven't seen Friends. I can't make that reference. There's a scene in Friends where Joey finds the keys down like the back of the couch at the coffee shop that they all go to. They're to a Porsche. And so he just goes out there and washes the car and pretends it's his. He buys like all of the Porsche shirt and like the fanny pack and the hat. And he's like, whoa, boy, I get this thing up to like 90 on the highways, And then the
Porsche parked on the street in New York City.
Yeah,
that's funny.
And then the guy comes around and he gives him his key back, and he finishes washing. He gives the key, drives away, and he's like, "Oh shit, what do I do now?" I was like totally chatting to all these women. So he makes gets a bunch of cardboard boxes and then puts the car cover over them so they're in the shape of it.
Gotta protect the Porsche from the riffraff on the street. And the pigeons and the bird poops.
Yep. And the rain.
Yeah. Yep. The rain and the snow and the hail. If there's hail.
I think it hails in New York. Why wouldn't it?
Yeah. I think it can hail anywhere that it gets cold enough.
I assume.
Temperature. Yeah.
I don't know. Because
hail.
I get hail.
Talked about that. Yeah.
Can it not hail? That's probably a shorter list.
Yeah. What about like Costa Rica?
Tropical regions and polar latitudes are not the best places for hail to form.
So if you get far enough away from the equator, it's bad for hail.
Apparently.
I didn't know that. Is it temperature based or is it just like other more complex weather conditions?
I am not a meteorologist.
But you just Googled it, though.
Right. But apparently it's just about how cold it is higher in the sky. When it's cold enough for water to freeze rather than form into droplets and rain, it hails. That's the answer.
Okay, so it is a cold thing.
Yep. There you go.
Too dry at the extreme poles.
Maybe that's probably why it doesn't rain over the North Pole or the South Pole, so it just snows constantly.
Yeah,
doesn't have
right.
It doesn't hail. Now I am a meteorologist.
Summicron to the rescue. That's right. We did it.
I'd like my PhD now.
Oh, amazing. All right. Well, what else is going on? So I found out the other day that Oppenheimer, the new Christopher Nolan movie about the nuclear physicist who created the first atomic bomb, that's coming out on the same day that the Barbie movie is coming out.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good crossover.
So, yeah, I'm toying with the idea of doing like a double feature where you just go see both back to back at the theater.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm concerned about emotional whiplash though, because
you think Barbie will too heavy for you.
Right.
Yeah.
I think as heavy as Oppenheimer would be, I just think Barbie is going to deal with some themes that are even heavier and darker. And it might just put me in a mood for a whole week if I go see those back to back.
Okay, well, which one would you do first? That's the real question.
Yeah, I've thought about it, and I think I would see Barbie first, just because I think I'd want some more time to think about Oppenheimer. Like
you don't think Barbie will leave lasting impressions that you're gonna need like some time to work through?
I mean, I don't think so, but it is directed by Greta Gerwig, who is one of the more interesting great directors of our time right now. And I don't know why she's doing a Barbie movie, because it seems entirely out of odds with what she's done in the past. But I don't know. Maybe Mattel was like, "Here's $800 million. Please direct a Barbie movie for us," and she was like, "Okay."
Maybe, yeah. Non-zero chance.
Yeah, she just sold out. Plus, Margot Robbie's in it, and she's always great, whatever she's doing. I feel like.
Sure. Yeah, she's acceptable.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan Gosling is not my favorite actor. So
I liked him in Blade Runner.
Yeah, I didn't see it. The newer one, right? Yeah.
You haven't seen it?
No. Is it like 3 hours?
Yeah, but I mean,
yeah,
it's good. It's a good 3 hours.
Yeah.
Make it a triple feature.
Barbie, Oppenheimer, Blade Runner 2049. Bam, bam, bam.
There is a
Saturday.
That is a whole Saturday.
Yes.
How long?
Maybe I'll find a theater that is doing a Blade Runner 49 thing, because they're actually doing Star Wars over here in theaters.
Oh, really? For the anniversary?
Yeah, Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary.
Oppenheimer is 3 hours long.
Yeah, see. Is it really? Freaking Nolan.
Yeah.
Edit your stuff down, man.
It's 30 minutes longer than Tenet, which is saying something. But Barbie is an hour and 45 minutes.
Man, that's a little bit long, too, for a Barbie movie.
Yeah.
How long is Return of the Jedi?
An hour and 30, if I had to guess off the top of my head.
Google says the run length is something. Here's the original release date. Here's start in it. Did you find it?
No, I'm Googling now because I thought you were.
I am.
2 hours and 11 minutes.
Okay. The budget was $32 million and they made $475 million.
Pretty
good.
Yep. It's not a bad return.
They didn't It's amazing they didn't just make a fourth one right then.
Then,
I mean,
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
pretty incredible. They walked away from the series for 20 years, more than that.
For sure, yeah.
Huh.
Well, they did make another movie. They made Caravan of Courage, a straight to VHS, excuse me. A movie
That's on
about
Disney Plus.
It is. It's about the Forest Moon of Endor and a wizard or a witch. I can't remember which. It's technically a Star Wars movie. Technically.
I mean, as much a Star Wars movie as the Star Wars Holiday Special is. Yep.
Sure, yeah.
Not wrong.
I mean, and then they made a sequel to that, so...
They made a sequel to Caravan of Courage?
Oh, yeah. You
What's it
didn't know?
called? No.
It'll be on Disney Plus as well, I believe.
Yeah.
Let me have a look.
DisneyPlus.com. Because I was looking for Star Wars Rebels to see if it was in Disney Plus, and it's not for some reason, which is crazy to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like everything Star Wars, as far as I know, is here except for Rebels, and I don't understand. A licensing, right? Short answer is licensing.
Right.
Wherever it originally aired, I don't know, like Cartoon Network or something, they still own it. So, yeah. Dumb. It's the Star Wars Vintage. Caravan of Courage, Ewoks, The Battle of Endor?
Yeah, Battle of Endor and Legacy. Or is that just... Oh, it's just taking me to the Legacy tab on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Battle for Endor. You know, this is
the story of the faithful Wookiee, too. Yeah.
Oh, this is definitely the Battle for Endor that everyone thinks about.
Right. Probably.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, there's like a mean Wookiee on this one. Or something.
Really? What's a mean Wookiee look like?
This. Maybe it's not a Wookiee. Maybe I'm primed to think it's a Wookiee because the name of the thing is the Wookiee.
Where did you put it?
In Discord. Here it is.
Oh. That's no Wookiee.
Well, I don't know what it is.
Have you seen a Wookiee?
Yeah, it's all hairy and stuff.
That's wrinkly.
Oh. Well, also a lot of hair. Maybe
Some
it's an
hair.
old Wookiee and all their hair fell off their face. Like, you know how hair falls off of our heads when
this
we
is
get old?
This is a Wookiee with facial alopecia.
Correct.
Okay.
It is 8 minutes long.
7.5 too many, if you ask me.
Yep. It is why?
What was this called?
Where was this shown? It's called The Story of the Faithful Wookiee.
All right.
So I'm just scrolling through, and it looks like the Millennium Falcon crash lands on a planet made of jello and gets stuck. Because, you know, Star Wars for kids.
Yeah.
And then Boba Fett's there, and Darth Vader shows up on the comms. And then Chewbacca kills a bunch of stormtroopers because he's cool like that.
Yep.
And that's it. I don't know what the picture is about. Maybe. Oh no, that's for Ewoks Battle of Endor.
Yeah.
That's what Wrinkle Face is all about.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because
dude, and that's
story
of action.
Yeah, it is. The story of the Faithful Wookiee is an animated piece by the looks of it.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of the older stuff is animated.
Yeah, I don't know when this came out. Well, I can see when it came out. I can't see why it happened. This is released November 17th, 1978.
1978. Did they put this on TV? That's what I'm curious about.
I'm looking at it, and it's got a release. It says a few seconds of the segment were included in Star Wars 2 Attack of the Clones, Buckethead web documentary, which premiered on StarWars.com, which was later released in Attack of the Clones DVD. But That's just saying it existed for several decades, and then they included part of it in a documentary. But why was it? When was it released before then?
Maybe they filmed it and they're like, "Man, this sucks," and they buried it.
Maybe.
And then 30 years later, they were like, "We need some content to put on a DVD. This garbage will work." Maybe that's what happened.
Maybe.
Oh, there's a little like 4-year-old kid in this too. Oh, this is great. Just
yeah. Apparently, during the development of the holiday special, they just also made this.
They're like, "We're still high. We can still make stuff.
We still have drugs left over. Let's make an animated piece."
Yeah, so like I'm just kind of scrolling through, and the last like 10 minutes of this is Ewoks just murdering people, like shooting them in the face.
Oh, the Ewok one.
Cliffs. The Ewoks, the Battle for Endor.
Endor. Yeah.
They just set a guy on fire. Man, Ewoks are brutal.
Yep.
Don't mess with them.
No.
I guess we saw that in Return of the Jedi, but
true. Absolutely true.
They will crush you with a log given half the chance. Yeah, so this is an hour and a half. Holy crap. Okay, I need to figure this one out.
You need to watch it?
No. Was this ever aired anywhere?
Oh, no. Straight to VHS.
Okay. 1985.
Was this pre-Ewoks having eyelids? I think it was. Like, they didn't go back and redo that as well.
My God, I just don't know how I never heard about this.
Dunno.
I mean, I was right in the age where Star Wars was awesome right around here. It aired on ABC.
Oh, okay.
It premiered on TV on Thanksgiving weekend, 1985.
This is Star Wars, the Thanksgiving special.
Yeah. And then they did put it in a limited theatrical release, but nobody went and saw it, so they just dumped it to VHS immediately.
Smart.
Because it's bad. Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. If it had come out, it would have tanked the entire franchise right then and
there. Maybe. I mean, they put it on the television. They released it in theaters. Like, they tried. So then people are like, "Man, this sucks." And they're, I guess the appetite for Star Wars is over. We'll wait another 3 decades and try again.
Pretty much what they did.
2, I guess, because Phantom Menace was like 99. Yeah. Anywho, man, we really got on a tangent there. We were talking about the Barbie movie. Got all the way to Star Wars.
I mean, I assume you're equally as excited for Barbie as you are Oppenheimer.
Probably not.
Probably not?
I am a little bit curious, though, because, okay, so there's this kind of trend of just making products their own films.
Right.
Like this recent movie, Air, with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. It's just an advertisement for Air Jordans.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's literally like, look how wholesome and cool corporate America Nike is. And they were struggling to break into the basketball market back in 1983. And they had a dream and they fulfilled their dream. And look how much money they made. The end. It's like, what? How?
Yep.
Why is this a movie?
So when you said Air, I immediately went to think of the 2015 Norman Reedus film.
Okay.
Called
I don't
Air.
think I know about it. Yeah.
Oh, it's an interesting film. So all of humanity lives in underground bunkers because we totally destroyed the surface of the planet. And everyone is in cryostasis except for Norman Reedus and I'm going to butcher his name. Jaimin Honsu.
Sure.
He's an actor.
That is.
He's an actor. He's an actor. Anyway, every 8 years they wake up from cryostasis to basically run maintenance on the facility. And so they basically like have a limited amount of air. They have to get back to their stasis. Otherwise, they're rationed air for this maintenance trip runs out. But they're the only two people getting up every 8 years until like checking the surface to see if they can then wake everyone else up. And then one of them accidentally breaks their stasis capsule pod thing. And so like tension and drama and who's going to get the working one and all that stuff.
Right.
It's a really interesting movie because it has two actors, and then like at the end of the film, another one shows up. You know, so it's basically a movie with three people, but only two for the entirety of it. Did you ever watch Buried with Ryan Reynolds?
No.
So that is a movie where Ryan Reynolds is in a coffin for the entire movie, on
Holy crap.
just talking on the phone to someone. Yeah, he's been like kidnapped and buried and ransomed for money in Afghanistan, and he's on the phone to like a CIA investigator trying to like make demands with the terrorists or whatever, and it's a movie.
That sounds claustrophobic as all get out.
Holy it is, yeah.
So you're in a coffin the whole time?
Yeah, they apparently made 46 different coffins, and then like identical coffins, and like one's got the top missing, one's got the side missing, all that kind of stuff, so that they could shoot from different angles.
Yeah. Got it.
It's good. I like it.
Does he get himself out, or is he rescued? Spoiler alert.
Oh, you want the spoilers for the movie?
Or does he die? Man, if he died, that would be so cool.
I think he dies.
Nice.
Yeah, if I remember correctly.
Horribly traumatizing film, Ryan Reynolds.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow. Now I'm kind of impressed. Now I kind of want to see it.
Do it. It's good. It's a good movie.
Traumatized.
I say that I haven't seen it in like 12 years. It could be like it may have been better at one point.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, let's see what Rotten Tomatoes says about it.
Came out in 2010. It had a budget of $2 million, box office of 21.3, so it made its money back.
Certainly did. What's it called again?
Buried. Directed by Rodrigo Cortez.
It's got a 7 out of 10 rating on IMDb.
That's something.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yep.
And wow, Rotten Tomatoes, it has an 87% critic and a 65% audience.
There you go. Yep.
The audience was like, this was traumatizing. I want to go home. And all of the critics were like, this is incredible cinema.
Yeah, pretty much.
It only made $1 million box office in the US in its initial run. It must have made a ton on DVD and international.
Yeah, I would assume so. Because it was made in Spain, I think it said on Wikipedia. So it was not an American produced film.
Right. It's been a long time since I've given a movie a perfect 5-star score. Buried without a doubt deserves it.
That's something. That's Yep.
Where can I stream this movie? Welcome to 2023.
Where can I stream this movie?
Yeah. It's on Apple TV. No. Wait. Oh, Amazon has it too. That'll work.
Yeah, you can rent it from them, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Good. Anywho, so back to Barbie real quick. Just a quick thought. So it could either be a total cash grab, a total like corporate America is great. Look at us, we made these amazing toys and made $800 billion selling them over 50 years. We're the coolest.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like it could be a chance for Greta Gerwig to like explore. I don't know the concept. Like, is Barbie harmful for little girls, right? Or when they introduced Barbie's like career options that inspire little girls to become something.
I I
You know what
think
I mean? Like, what was its
sure,
effect on American culture over the last 50 years?
sure. They could, but I think th- that might not be perfectly suited to a movie where Barbie and Ken are characters. Um,
Fair. That's a good point. You could still do that.
You could, but that ends up being a movie where people go, "Hey, you over there, you were bad for people. How dare you?" Right? Like that's how I think the movie would start feeling.
Yeah. Like again, I feel like this has been done in TV and movie shows before, but like fictional character really exists, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're living in their own world, and then someone from the outside comes in and tells them that the real world is real and right,
Are you
they're harmful to kids in this real world or
I,
whatever.
are you suggesting Barbie is an isekai?
Right. They could do an isekai type story.
Barbie was just a regular guy, gets trapped in a Barbie world.
Yeah, someone gets hit. Okay, a 10-year-old gets hit by a truck in New York City and ends up in Barbie's world, and is like, "Yeah, I know you think everything's super cool, but you really put a lot of harmful body stereotypes on billions of children over your career." And Barbie's like, "What?"
Mm.
And then they have to come back to our world and fix it. This sounds like the worst possible movie that anyone could ever make.
It doesn't sound great. Um, can we just like Google like a synopsis of what this movie's actually supposed to be about?
That's a good
Uh,
idea. They probably have one of those already.
After being expelled from Barbie Land for being a less than perfect looking doll, Barbie sets off for the human world to find true happiness. One, it's literally named after you. How can they expel you from it?
She's one of many. There is
Yeah.
no Barbie. There are Barbies. Oh my gosh, I was right. Look at me. I can write Hollywood scripts. Yay. That does not sound good.
You can write the worst Hollywood scripts.
Right. Oh, that sounds abysmal. Ooh, I don't know about this.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Like, there's a little bit in there, right? If Barbie gets expelled from Barbie Land for not being perfect, like, there's a little bit of commentary there, right?
Sure, but what is the imperfection that we're going to discuss here? It is like,
Her elbows are too pointy.
but it's Margot Robbie. Like, she is perfect. Like, what are you kicking her out for? Because that's the real question. Is it just come down to like are we talking about a physical imperfection here? And the moral of the story is don't judge people how they look.
Yeah, right?
Despite the fact that this is a Hollywood movie and thus everyone will be a ridiculously attractive person. You know, and it's like, well, did you judge people on how they looked when you cast for the movie? Because I know you fucking did.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a little cynical if that's the messaging they want to go with, without a doubt.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a great. Oh, now that I know the synopsis.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
The film is set in Barbie Land, a beautiful, colorful society with Kens and Barbies. Ryan Gosling's Ken is said to be a complete doofus, is obsessed with Barney, but loves the real world for all the reasons Barbie hates it. Beauty standards, sexism, etc. Gerwig's film eventually becomes a big fish out of water comedy as Ken and Barbie leave Barbie Land for the real world, and the Mattel CEO goes after them to bring them back to Barbie Land.
It's Ella Enchanted.
I don't know that I've seen that.
So that's where Amy Adams is a cartoon princess in the Disney universe, and she ends up going through a portal and ends up in New York City.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And
like,
then
some people which just followed her into New York City and is trying to like kidnap her.
Mm-hmm. So
Mattel as a corporation exists in Barbie Land?
Yes.
Huh.
Apparently. This is a movie that Mattel has paid to put their CEO in.
Right.
Yeah.
This could be a train wreck.
Yeah, it could be. Um,
Oof.
yeah.
Like, I don't know what I expected. I don't know what part of me was like, well, it could be pretty good. But hearing what it's actually about is difficult. Maybe I'm not going to go see this.
Maybe.
I've been dissuaded.
Yeah. I mean, I was never going to go see it.
Right. You were smart.
Then again, this synopsis that I'm reading is 10 months old, so it could have changed in the time. Like, a movie can change a lot in post-production.
They had drastic rewrites.
It didn't test well, so they got a trailer house to do a recut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's never a good sign, man.
No.
When a movie's like, oh, we're coming out in 3 months, but we have some changes to make. It's like, ooh. Does not bode well. Oppenheimer. It's like June.
June 6th or something. Or
21st.
24th. That was close.
Yeah, that's a while out. July 21st is also when Dunkirk came out, apparently.
Oh, that was a good movie.
Christopher Nolan likes July 21st releases. Dunkirk was a good movie.
I felt like I only needed to watch it once. Like,
yeah,
even me, someone who like serially rewatches things and rereads books, I haven't felt compelled to go back and rewatch that.
Yeah. Yeah. My whole thing was, it was Christopher Nolan telling a war story about his home nation and something he's very proud of, and I get that. But he didn't need to mess with the timeline like he did. He really didn't need to. He could have just told the story.
Yeah.
But instead, he's like, okay, we've got Tom Hardy, who's a pilot, but his story's happening here, and it's a shorter time frame than the rest of the stuff. And then we go back in time to before the. And it's just like, dude, just tell his story. He can't do it.
I had no problems with it. Just cause like I didn't like it wasn't an issue that they were out of order either. Like for a dramatization of events, it was fine. Like I was like, okay, these things aren't happening simultaneously, but all link up at one point or another. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It was way better than being like, so these guys are going to get onto boat, spend 4 hours traveling that way, and then Tom Hardy's going to show up in the last 5 minutes of the movie. Whoa! You know?
Yeah, see your point. I definitely see it. I don't know. It's just, the man's obsessed with time.
It's true.
And for him to do this with a fairly straightforward war story is just like, well, whatever. So I'm curious to see how that comes into Oppenheimer. Because again, pretty straightforward war story, kind of.
I don't even know that I'd call it a war story. It's a story about war, but it's not a war story, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's about the guy that basically created the tool that ended World War II, so...
Well, like I said, it's a story about war, but it's not a war story.
Yeah, totally.
Because he didn't, like, do it in the trenches, you know?
Yeah. Most of the story happens in New Mexico.
Right.
Yeah. I'm curious, though. I'm curious to see if he implements any time elements into the story.
It's possible.
Probably.
Probably. I mean, I'm just thinking of all the things that don't need time elements but do. Like the Hudson movie with Tom Hanks as the pilot who landed the plane in the Hudson after a bird strike took out the engines. It's like you can totally tell that how they did, which was at like a committee hearing about the actions and events, and then it's all flashbacks. So you go between like present day and then talking about it to them living it, then back and forth. Like you don't need that because that hearing never happened. But it's something that they could do with Oppenheimer, where they're like watching bombs explode, and then it cuts back to his childhood where something poignant happens. Who knows? You know.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like we'll get baby Oppenheimer, like the 4-year-old, and all the things that brought him to where he is today.
Yeah, he was laying down on the ground, and off in the distance, he saw a mushroom in the horizon, and was like, "I want to make that," you know.
So inspirational.
You know, I doubt it will be that. I doubt that happened, but there you go.
Good. I sure hope we get that scene now. I'm gonna be disappointed if we don't. Although, if I remember correctly, we were surprised by the shape of the mushroom cloud idea.
Were we?
First time we blew it up, we were like, "Huh, that's kind of an interesting shape."
Well, I, it's not like I expected them to be like, well, we want this to be a particular shape and size, you know?
Right.
It's like, can we get, okay, this mushroom's great, but can we get like a star or an exclamation mark? You know?
Make it in the shape of an eagle so they know it's us.
Can we have it spell out the word Finn so we know that this will end the war? You know?
It's a very cartoony idea.
Yeah. Because from what I understand, that it's basically like the superheating of gases pushes all the debris up and then out over the top, which is why it forms that shape. It's like a thing that happens because of physics, not because of anything specifically we do in the explosion itself.
Right, but in that case, why not, every ginormous TNT style explosion has a mushroom cloud,
In 1917, Halifax explosion produced a mushroom cloud.
What's the Halifax explosion?
That's an interesting. I'm just looking at the mushroom cloud Wikipedia. French cargo ship SS Mont Blanc collided with Norwegian vessel SS Immo in the waters of Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. The Mont Blanc, laden with high explosives, caught fire, devastating the Richmond district of Halifax.
2,000 people died. Holy
yes.
crap. I'm looking at pictures. I don't see a mushroom cloud. I see a cloud. Definitely a cloud.
That is a photo taken after the fact, as the wind had distorted it. Yeah.
Halifax explosion, mushroom cloud.
You gotta remember this was 1917. Getting a photo at the time, probably unlikely. But it's listed in the mushroom cloud Wikipedia page as explosions with mushroom clouds.
It looks like I was remembering wrong. The mushroom cloud totally predates the nukes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, learned something. Well, good. On that note, I think it's time to go.
Yeah, what a great note to end on.
Yeah, very uplifting. We learned something. Education is good.
We started with rock facts, and now we got bomb facts.
Right. Ending with explosion facts. Awesome. All right, good. So that is going to be it from us today. This has been Somicron and Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of the Falcon Paladin Hour, streamed live at twitch.tv/Somicron and uploaded to youtube.com/@Somicron. Good, easy places to find the VOD in case you missed the live broadcast, which is just, Monday evening and kind of early Tuesday morning-ish, close to noon in Australia. 11 a.m., right?
Nailed it. Yep.
So not early morning, but still morning anyway.
Still morning.
If you want to support the podcast, you can do so at patreon.com/Somicron and by buying merch at falconpaladin.store.
Mm-hmm. I sport my Titan habit. I need another one now, apparently.
I just was wondering if you did.
I mean, I've got all my other models there. I think I'll probably get more of those first.
Right. Priorities.
Yeah.
I concur.
Yep.
All right, good. So that's going to be it from us. Thanks for hanging out. And until next week, stay safe and stay healthy. And above all, you take care of yourself.
Bye.